Hey, welcome back. It's the Bear Down Ball Out podcast. It's Big Drew here, and we are coming off the Bears Rams playoff game Sunday night with the Bears losing. It was a tough loss. That one hurt. I went to the game. It went hurt the next morning when I woke up. I had to wait a whole day to shoot this video. I rewatched the game last night on TV, kind of see it from a different point of view of how the cameras looked on TV because at the game. I had great seats. I'm section 438, second row, kind of like I talked about in the other video of buying upper deck seats versus the first level. I went to the tailgates. We had a blast on the South Waldron deck. Everyone was super cool, inviting. I will say there was less people at the tailgates than the Packers playoff game. Again, we're talking temperatures that were practically 0 degrees. It was frigid. Now, I'm a polar bear. I didn't feel it. I was decked out, gloved up, had everything going for me on the hoodies, the jersey. Went with the William Perry 72 jersey because I watched the 85 Bears Rams game, was inspired. So let's take it back to William Perry. Went to the game, and the crowd was nuts. The national anthem was off the charts. Big Jim sang the national anthem, and people went crazy. So it was just a good time overall. And I had a few notes from the game that I kind of want to take. And what happened? Why'd the Bears lose? How did we not win that game? I'm watching it on TV last night. I still can't believe we win that game. But the Bears did what the Bears always do. They played good, but not great. They played from behind all season long, trying to win 7 games under the 2-minute warning, and we put ourselves in that position again. We never really had control of this game as far as the scoreboard. We come out the first plays of the game, great pass to DJ Moore down the field. We're excited, but then the Bears' running game got locked down. They couldn't make the 2 or 3 yard runs when they got down into the red zone. So that was real disappointing. I have a big feeling that the injury to Ozzie Trapillo at left tackle really changed our game, and we struggled at times where he probably would have really helped us out being a huge body on that line. So that hurt. Caleb throws 3 interceptions. We all know the last one at the end of the game, but he throws 3 interceptions. And as a football team, it's really hard to win when your quarterback is throwing interceptions. One of them was really bad. The other one, not so bad. The end of the game one, there's a lot of debate. We'll talk about that later. But, so again, Bears in a playoff game against a great team, LA Rams. Stafford threw 0 interceptions. Caleb throws 3. I could not even watch the game. If I just look at the box score, I would tell you the Rams are winning that because of that. So that hurt. The ball also just didn't bounce our way. 3 times we caused fumbles, and 3 times we were not able to pick up the ball. I mean, the defense did their job. They played great. They caused fumbles. We weren't able to get any of them. They also tipped about 4 different passes, tipped them, the ball's flying in the air. We weren't able to come down with the interception. A couple times it hit the defender's hands, wasn't able to catch the ball diving for an interception. So those are huge. You got to win those little plays if you want to turn the game around. If you asked me to start the game, if we held LA to 17 points, would you be happy? Hell yeah. That's a great job by the defense, holding them to 17 points, having the chance to win the game at the end. Defense did their job. They did great. The offense, they're still struggling to do the little things. Throughout the game, we were behind the chains, meaning we would fall 1 or 2 yards short of every first down. Caleb scrambled. He ran out of bounds. He didn't stick the ball out far enough. He didn't take the contact to get the first down. It left us 1 yard short. We had a key third down. He throws one out right to Cole Kmet. He ends up 1 yard short of the first down. And then, so we're scrambling every time on fourth down and making things a lot harder than they need to be. So it's just those little things. The NFL is so close. Now you add up interceptions, you add up the fact that defense can't get fumbles, and then we're making plays on the offense just short of where they really need to be. Against the Packers, we also had 3 or 4 fumbles that we couldn't pick up. So that's 2 games in a row that we really just didn't get the ball to go our way. So, right off the bat, that's kind of my whole thesis on the thing. We were playing from behind. We never had a dominating lead. Also, the refs. Now, we hate to blame the game on the refs. You want to take them out of the equation and dominate and win without them, but they were terrible. They screwed us so many times. They called hands to the face on a critical 3rd down for the Rams. It was weak. It was so weak. You should have kept that flag in the pocket. They also missed a big call of hands to the face against Caleb. A defender hit Caleb in the face on his first interception. So there should be a flag, 15-yard penalty, and we get the ball back. No interception. So again, right off the bat, they missed those. They called one. They called a personal foul. One of the Rams guys flopped after the play. They gave them a personal foul. Terrible, terrible call. Then, towards the end of the game, the Rams were running pick plays with the receivers. 2 or 3 of their big plays that Puka Nacua caught, it was a pick play. They were blocking way downfield, 10 or 15 yards downfield, and it caused, it got them a first down. It was a huge play in the game, and the refs missed it by a mile. They sandbagged us the whole game. There was one last one, was the interception that they did not call an interception. They gave the Rams player a catch. We saw it the day before with the Buffalo Bills game. The receiver caught it, the defender took it, they gave the defender the interception. They said he did not complete the catch. So if the NFL wants to be consistent, they got to call that the same way on this drive. They didn't. So you don't know if the NFL said, hey, we screwed up yesterday, we're trying to get this one right, or that they're just totally inconsistent, which is my thoughts, because the refs were terrible in the Bears game. Just terrible. So it's tough. Again, not getting the fumbles. Now we have interceptions. Now we got the refs screwing us over. We're falling short of the first down lines when we really, 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 really need them. So you add all that kind of stuff up, and we walk away losers. The Bears did what the Bears do. They didn't get the respect from the league. They kind of shot themselves in the foot plenty of times when they really could have won that game. It's tough. Also, Colston Loveland getting hurt with a concussion at the end of the game. I didn't notice it in the stands. He went out. He missed the last few plays to win the game and the overtime. I really think the Bears go for 2 points and they win the game if Colston Loveland is in there. Coach Johnson said they struggled with some of their setups in the red zone. That's why he didn't go for 2. I don't like the call. I didn't like going into overtime. We had a chance to win, to steal the game, to put a dagger in their heart, and to go for 2. And that's been our brand of football all year long. And he broke his brand and took it to overtime. I would have rather just went for 2, all or nothing. But it was probably because Colston Loveland wasn't there. And he's been the top guy receiver for the whole year, super consistent, big hands, big targets. So if he's there, it's a change of things. And that's just how the NFL goes. Injuries happen, bad calls by the refs happen, terrible weather, but we're home field. I would like to see the refs give us home field calls. That's just kind of a cool thing of having home field. The home team should get some calls. The refs should look the other way. They should throw some extra stuff on the away team. That's just kind of how it is, or how it used to be when you had home field. Especially in the NBA, they used to do that stuff. So this one hurts. We're going to have a whole off season. We got a great core group of guys. We're going to make some power trades probably, I see, to bring in defensive linemen. We're going to hit the draft board. We do have a lot of different guys we have to sign, but we could have won that game. We didn't get dominated. We didn't get embarrassed. We didn't get blown out. In fact, we represented. We played hard. We played Bear football. We had home field advantage. And we still beat the Packers in the playoffs the week before. So no matter what, Green Bay sucks. People were cheering it on the way out of the stadium, in the tunnels, everywhere. Green Bay sucks. So we had a great season. It was a success, but it was a tough game and a tough way to lose that game. Don't and the receivers dropped about 10 passes. I'm not happy with Rome Odunze. He has dropped way too many passes for being Mr. Number One, rocking around with his big afro, thinking he's hot stuff. He had a broken foot, and he came back finally from the broken foot, but his hands were apparently broken too. So, yeah, yeah, that's how it went. Bear down, stick together, hold your head high, hit me in the comments, and we will see you here as the draft class progresses, and we'll still talk about some other Bears things from this game.